Let's look at the bigger picture of Cam Coleman entering the transfer portal. Let's look at this from a 30,000 foot view. Welcome to Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. My name is Nick Frazier, and if this is your first time here around the water cooler, man, we appreciate you so much for rocking with us here around the water cooler. And please hit the subscribe button here. We are on our way to 1,200 subscribers before the end of January 2026. So please hit that subscribe button. Help us get there. Can't do it without you, man. We appreciate you. If this is your 10th, 5th, 15th, 100th time returning watching us, man, we appreciate you so much. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video, man. Help us get Water Cooler Talk Sports out to the masses so people can come and rock with us here around the water cooler. Let's get into the topic for tonight, man. So, as you all know by now, the news of Cam Coleman entering the transfer portal, announcing his intentions to enter his name into the transfer portal, has just gone through social media. It has gone through social media. And there's been a lot of emotional reaction from this from Auburn fans. A lot of emotional reactions. But the thing is, like, when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about this, and I was like, I want to take a look at the bigger picture of this. I want to take a look at the bigger picture of this decision, like this decision that this young man and the people close to him and his family made about him entering his name into the transfer portal to continue his collegiate career at another school. I want to look at this decision. So him entering the transfer portal isn't just a roster move. It's a snapshot, a microcosm of some sorts of what college football has become. This I'm not going to be blaming him. I'm not going to be saying that he failed, or I'm not being mad at him at all or anything like that, because I do believe that the coaching staff at Auburn has a plan um to get Auburn back to where it should be as a football program. But it's really about understanding the system that we're watching right now when it comes to college football and what it has evolved into. So the news, he's hit the portal. Cam Coleman hit the portal. Very highly touted, highly rated guy coming out of high school. Had a lot of high expectations. I believe his numbers are just over 90 something receptions. Things like 93 receptions that he had in his 2 seasons at Auburn, just over 1,300 yards in total receiving yards, and I believe 13 touchdowns. You look at that and you say that's very promising for a guy that was highly touted and highly rated, and a lot of people thought would end up being being one of the greats when he left Auburn. But now he's just like a lot of other people and a lot of other players in college football. He is in the transfer portal and he's exploring his options. And he has that right to do so. He does. Not mad at it at all. He has the right to go into the portal and explore his options and see what his value is, and if it's even more than what the current school he is at is saying that they are willing to pay. Now, there's just been a lot of emotional outbursts and a lot of emotional things that you have seen on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, just a lot of places that you've seen, these emotional outbursts. But I want to kind of break this down between emotional versus reality. Fans, fan, the word FAN, fan, is short for fanatic. Fans are going to react emotionally for the teams that they choose to support. Auburn fans, we do it all the time. We react emotionally because Auburn, there's a saying that Auburn fans have, Auburn being Auburn. Hopefully we can stop saying that and start using it as a very great connotation of Auburn winning championships and winning seasons and doing that. Hopefully we can do that. But fans do that because they care. The reason why they're so emotional is because they feel like they have invested a piece of themselves into the program that they have chosen to support. But in reality, college football is no longer built on that term of loyalty. The same type of loyalty that fans have to the schools that they choose to, that they choose to support. The business and the system of college football is no longer built on that. It isn't. It's not built on that long-term loyalty. It's not built on patience. It's not built on development. I hate to say that. That's the reason why you see the NFL product kind of suffer some. There's a saying that a lot of people say that there are no permanent enemies, no permanent friends, just permanent interests. That's kind of what you're seeing in the college football in the business of college football right now. Just permanent interest. What's best for me in this situation? How will it benefit me and my family? Is what you're seeing. Players are making short-term decisions in a system that encourages short-term thinking. And it's not just the players, it's coaches as well. We literally just saw a high profile coach leave one school for another school. And the narrative around it was he couldn't win there. He wouldn't be able to get into the college football playoff and compete for national championship. But that school is literally doing exactly what they said he couldn't do there. It's another, I did a video on that one already. Go check that one out on the channel. But let's take a look at the bigger picture of this. When we look at the portal, the portal itself gave players an opportunity to get out of bad situations at schools they were in and move to situations that they felt were better for them. So if you were at a school and you felt as if you weren't getting the playing time or the development or the attention that you thought that you should have gotten as a player to become better, the transfer portals were introduced as a way for you to get out of that situation, not be penalized for moving schools, and find a better situation for you to go in and become the player that you want to be and the player that the NFL or whatever next level professional league you want to go to is looking for to become. But NIL changed that. NIL changed the incentives. NIL, name, image, and likeness, changed the incentives. Name, image, and likeness gave players money. It gave them a financial component to that transfer portal as well. And when you do that, it changes leverage. Now the leverage is not on the school anymore. It's not even on the coach, because back in the day, when a guy decided he wanted to transfer, the coach had to sign off on the places that he could go. The coach was the one that determined where this guy can go, and they had to sign off on it. And that's why most guys ended up going to the JUCO route and then coming back a year later and going to another school, because after that, the coaches didn't have any say so. But now with the transfer portal, you can move from school to school every year if you want to. And that's what we're seeing. And then now you introduce NIL and you introduce a money factor into it. And now you feel as if you developed a market for your services, even if you are happy at the school you at. There's always the temptation that you want to go out and see what your value is and what you can get. What is the most that you can get? And what that does is it creates this dichotomy between development and an immediate return. On this channel, I've always talked about coaches get 3 years. Coaches get 3 years to give a return on their investment to the powers that be. Just because of the climate of football that we're playing in right now in college football. What this does is programs are now juggling the development and instant production. Players are wanting to play right away and be effective and be immediate impacts. And that right there creates tension. That right there creates tension. And I'm not saying this is what happened with Cam Coleman at Auburn. I'm just looking at the bigger picture of what college football is and where this is and why a decision like this is so imperative and so monumental for a lot of people. You look at it and you say, man, this creates that type of tension when you have those factors involved. And now, because of the transfer portal and NIL, guys have the opportunity to go out and find their value and find their market and do whatever it is and do what's best for them and find their best interests. They have that opportunity to do it. Nothing to it. But what does this mean for Auburn? What does this particular move mean for Auburn? Well, it tells you that, guess what? The transfer portal giveth, the transfer portal taketh. It taketh and it gives. There's a guy somewhere in the portal that's looking for an opportunity, that's going to be hungry, that wants to come in and do and prove himself, because he's trying to get tape as well. He's trying to get to the next level as well. It's not like Auburn's broke. It's not like Auburn doesn't have the money to go out and pay. It's just the fact that Auburn is looking at it and saying, man, all right, man, let's reallocate these funds for production-based agreements between school and player. It is what it is. What it also does is it basically tells Auburn that, guess what? Recruiting and retention are equal now. That's what it is. Can't just recruit the talent. You got to be able to retain it as well. Also, roster management is a year to year thing, not class to class. And the thing about this too is, as fans, we have to be able to recalibrate that in our minds as well and understand that the business of college football is just as important as the game that we watch on Saturdays because the business comes first majority of the time. So Cam Coleman entering the transfer portal isn't a failure. There's no need to dog him. There's no need to be mad about it. This is just a business part of the game that we are watching now. This is just a bigger picture. It's just a reflection of a system that prioritizes flexibility over stability. That's what it is. That's what it really is. And the thing about it is, more high profile announcements like this are going to come. It's just inevitable. We've already seen some before even this one. They're going to come. So we just have to get ready for it. We just have to understand that right now, that long-term loyalty that I spoke about earlier, it's kind of non-existent anymore, or it's very, very small, very, very minimal with certain guys. But we're fans, and we're always going to have an emotional reaction to it. But it is what it is. Tell me what you think about it in the comments, man. We appreciate y'all so much. Follow us on Twitter at CoolsPod23. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram at The Water Cooler Talk. And if you have not, hit that subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. Help us get to 1,200 subscribers before the end of January 2026. It's coming quick. And the new year hasn't even started yet, and it's still coming fast. So, yeah, man, we appreciate y'all so much, man. We thank y'all so much. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good one. Y'all be blessed.